August 7th, 2020. So today is my second day of fasting. My fasting in and of itself has kind of gotten into a routine of because I do such a high level activity the last day, in this case I did Colorado Bend hiking, I am really exhausted and I come back and I end up napping at some point during the middle of the day. And even usually the second day I end up napping. It's usually the third or fourth day where I don't. I start picking up clothes and doing a little bit of cleaning around the house. And then I get into a routine where I can, continue with what I'm doing. One of the things that I have noticed, right? So I am kind of leveling out with weight. I prefer to be lower, of course, but I'm focusing on the physical aspect of working on my arms, working on my stomach, working on my legs, because, as I mentioned before, my calves and my forearms are what I'd expect to be at the weight of, 150 or so, or whatever physically fit body that I would have. And so while, gaining 20 pounds and losing 20 pounds is not, ideal on a regular basis, if my body image is where I want it to be, then, that is what I want, not necessarily a specific weight on a scale. On another note, it seems, and I don't want to make this assumption specifically right now, but the hives are back. I didn't have, so I had them during my fasting week last round, and they kind of fluctuated with being to being fairly bad. And then when I started eating again, and maybe that's also because I started working out again, I don't know, the hives seemed to go away. I did have a little bit of a sore throat for a little while, but that could also be, I have had reactions to having coffee and then not having coffee, or the water that I'm drinking. It's very hard to kind of disassociate certain symptoms that are going on in my body with what's going on with fasting. And so I don't think that's the issue. But as I've mentioned, the hives are back. So it's I've been doing fasting for over a year and no problem. And yet, I didn't have the symptom for a little while. Now, note, I started my period during the last eating round, and it's now coming to an end, and I now have the hives again. So I'm not trying to associate these symptoms to anything, because I don't know what it is, because at this point it's just hives, and even then it's kind of a mild version of it. But I have been sedentary for the last 2 days, and I haven't really gone outside, and I haven't really done much. So, but they always seem to come around at night and then disappear. And they come around when I'm wearing tight clothing and they disappear. So, after being very itchy and all over my body. Yay. So I don't really know what's causing it, and nothing has really been out of the ordinary compared to my normal day-to-day options. So I'll deal with it as I've been dealing with the past, which is just to take an antihistamine when I see them, even if I'm fasting, and go from there, because I don't know what else it is, right? So hopefully it's not anything that I've read about, because reading on WebMD or any of those sites kind of, spiral out of control. But at least at this point, it's not bad enough to go to a doctor, and it's not happening frequently enough too. So it's just a weird occurrence that happens every once in a while. And hopefully it's not related to my fasting or any other dietary options that have happened over the course of the past couple of months. So, anyways, till next time.